In this exercise, we will draw the threaded bar for the sash clamp, and we will be looking at our drawing the helix using variable pitch. First of all, File, New, Part, File, Save As, and we'll call it Thread. Now on the right plane, I'm going to draw a circle, selecting the S key, the S key again, Smart Dimension, and the diameter of the circle is 12 millimeters. Accept the sketch, and we're going to extrude the circle by 175. So on the front plane now, draw a circle, the dimension, the diameter of the circle is 7 millimeters, and selecting the circle and selecting the origin, we'll make a horizontal relation there. Smart Dimension, the distance n from the end, 10 millimeters. So accepting that. Features, extrude cut in both directions through up. That is the hole for the Tommy bar, which we will be inserting in the assembly later on. The next thing we're doing now is creating the thread. So we select the plane, parallel to the existing plane, 25 millimeters, and we better reverse the direction. On this plane, we're drawing a sketch and convert entities. And it's from here that we select the helix and spiral, accepting the sketch, helix and spiral. And for the minute, we will use the constant pitch, and we will change pitch and revolution to height and pitch. And the height we will make 130 millimeters along the length of the bar. The pitch, make it 3 millimeters. I suppose I better reverse the direction. And for convenience, we'll the start angle, and as I'm decreasing the angle on the screen, we can see the arrow moving. For convenience, I want the start of the helix to be on top of the bar. Clockwise is okay, so accepting that. The next thing, I need to draw the profile of the thread. So on the front plane again, draw a sketch, and I want to draw an equilateral triangle and I want to draw the triangle as close as possible to the thread. Adding a horizontal relation and smart dimension. From the center to the apex, I will give it a 1 millimeter. Selecting the center of the triangle and the helix, we add a pierce relation. Accept that. Now in the features, I sweep the profile to sweep and the path. Looking closely at the threads in the bar, we can see that the threads end abruptly at the end there, and this would not happen in reality. So to rectify this problem, I will draw another sketch. First of all, on the triangle itself, draw a sketch on that plane, and I'll convert entities. So now I have the triangle drawn on, and then accept that. On plane 1 again, I draw another sketch. And if I turn the angle, we can see clearly what I'm doing here. Convert entities again. And now I can see that the circle is touching midway along the bottom of the triangle itself. And that's what I want. Because it's from there now that I will draw another helix. In this case, select first of all pitch and revolution, and I will select the variable pitch. Changing the revolution here to 1.5. We can see that the height automatically changes to 4.5 and the diameter changed to 8. So the helix starts with the diameter 12, and after a revolution of 1.5 it decreases to 8 millimeters in diameter. Checking to see first of all the direction, I can see the arrows going the wrong way, so I'll go counterclockwise in this case. And also I need to reverse the direction. That looks a lot better. Accept that. And now sweep again. The profile is a triangle, and the path is a variable pitched helix. The helix now looks a lot better, and it looks more realistic, where it tapers into a point there. The same thing needs to be done on the other side. So plane 1, I will just hide plane 1 for a minute, and I will concentrate on working on the other side, the other end. So once again, set up a reference plane. In this case, I'm going to select the midpoint at the base of the triangle. So there's my plane set up. Once again, on this plane, I will select Convert Entities to draw my circle in its position. And again, selecting helix and spiral. Once again, pitch and revolution. First of all, we can see that the helix does not start at the point I need it to start from. So I will change it to a constant pitch. And I will alter the start angle, and you can see the pointer here moving, and I need the pointer to be in the midpoint of the base of the triangle. The pointer is moving. In doing so, I will get the helix to begin at the point I require. 210 millimeters. There now, the helix is starting in the correct location. Then I will change to the variable pitch. Once again, 1.5. The height automatically changes, and reducing the diameter to 8, checking the direction, yes, the right direction, and it's going clockwise, which is correct for this end. Accepting that. Sweep ball space again, selecting the profile. Now I can see here that I did not create a triangle there, so I'll exit that for a minute. Select the face, sketch, convert entities, accept the sketch, sweep ball space. So my triangle is the profile, select the path, and the path being the variable pitched helix. And I'm just going to hide that plane. So once again, we can see that the threads on the bar is a lot more realistic. Another thing that I have to draw onto this bar is the recess for the pin that we will be adding in the assembly. So once again, on the front plane, I will draw center point circle, dimension, diameter being 2.5, and the center point will be 10 millimeters in from the end. And I'll just, I'll get the diameter here, draw the diameter, and I'll trim off the top portion. View, temporary axis. So I'm going to revolve cut that profile about the temporary axis. Now I'm just going to add a fillet to each end. 1 millimeter fillet. And now we'll finish with the temporary axis. And that is the bar of the thread almost complete. So the last thing I have to do is to add an appearance. Metal. And we'll go with brushed steel here in this. So the threaded bar is complete, and we saved it as thread. And that completes this exercise.